No! No, 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 no! Didn't I tell you big buildings were bad? Ah! That's what you get! Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with a brand new show to this channel, but not to me. And that is another anime, because it's that season, guys. It's another anime that I've absolutely loved. I've been watching since the very beginning. I would have reacted to it, but just like with the My Hero Academia reactions, if you haven't caught that, please do. It was a situation that when these were airing, I wasn't sure about reacting to animes and how that would affect my channel, but you know what? I was like, let me jump in, even though we're a couple of seasons in now. But yes, this particular anime is one of my favorites in years. Honestly, I think it's one of the best ones out there. And it's none other than Kimetsu no Yaiba, aka Demon Slayer. And I probably messed up the Japanese pronunciation, but it is what it is. All right, guys, we are now into the Hashira training arc after having a crazy arc at the Swordmaker Village last season, which was amazing and enjoyable. But here we are, we're moving into the next stages and I'm super excited. So what do I remember from the last arc? We want to give too much of a recap here. Basically, we have my poor boy Tanjiro going off to the Swordmaker Village because he needed yet another sword. And he also wanted to personally apologize to his swordmaker because he's broken a couple of swords from him now. And it turned into a whole fustercluck because there was an attack on that village from two of the high level ranking demons. And that was not something that they were prepared for. But the great things about the season overall is obviously we saw that Tanjiro had to level up. He also got his hands on an ancient sword that was inside of a training dummy that looks like it was created for the number 2 ranked, if I remember correctly, who has the same hair as Tanjiro and looks mysteriously like the people in his family. And also we got to know 2 of the other Hashiras. We got to know the Mist Hashira, who is, oh my God, crazy and had a really, really sad backstory. And we also got to know the Love Hashira, who she's just a quirky, really fun girl, but also crazy powerful. But yeah, it was a great arc overall. And I think one of the biggest pieces of the season was at the end, we saw that our girl, Nezuko, is now a daywalker. She's a daywalker. Yes, somehow going through what she went through, she was able to fight through being burnt by the sun, and now she's not affected by it anymore, and she's able to talk. These were huge developments. Everyone's in shock, and unfortunately, the evil Michael Jackson is also aware of it because he's been watching Tanjiro and he's been watching Nezuko, and now he has what he wants. We found out that all along what this man has wanted is to find or to create another demon that's capable of walking in the daylight, because it's the one thing that he cannot do is walk in the daylight, and he feels like once he can conquer that, there'll be nothing that can stop him, which might be true because we got his backstory last season as well as to what led him to becoming what he is and why he's so powerful. So we had a lot last season. We ended on that kind of happy note of Nezuko, but of course the overarching worry of what this means now that the evil Michael Jackson knows about it. We didn't see anything of Tanjiro's besties, so I'm hoping that we might see a reappearance of Inosuke and Zenitsu because I love them both. I want to see Zenitsu's crazy ass and if he's leveled up in the meantime. And of course, Inosuke just keeps surprising us. So yeah, I'm hoping we get to see the gang back together because even though I loved last season, I did miss their presence and just the craziness of what happens when all 3 of them work together. So I'm ready to get into the first episode, which is called To Defeat Muzan Kibutsuji. I think that's the way to say it. And yeah, that's exactly what they're going to need to do because he's coming for Nezuko and I'm terrified as to what that's going to mean for Tanjiro and the people around him while he's on that mission. So without further ado, let's jump in. But just before I do, if you are new to me, new to this channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. If you like what you're seeing here, if you want to join the fam and be notified of when I do uploads for this show and any of the other stuff that I might be reacting to, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like what you're seeing, please do show some love with some thumbs up, comments below. I welcome all that stuff. I really appreciate it. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Why is this already such an epic beginning? What's going on? Why? I mean, do they live in hovels? Ooh. Wow, that person is moving fast. Is that a demon? Nothing to see here. Keep moving. Oh, I don't like when we go into big houses, not after that demon with the drums. I'm always scared of big places like that. Slow down. Y'all, don't send the newbies in, please, because you know they're going to be killed immediately. The animation is one of my favorite things about this particular anime. It's so good. Oh, God. Oh, God. I hope they know they're surrounded. Damn, bro, you didn't even see him coming. Yeah, the newbies need to wait outside. Woo! I like how the way he moves his sword is serpentine. Okay, thanks for the help, boys. Right? Respectfully, you did nothing. Things are changing. Now knowing his backstory, hearing a girl scream. Oh my God. Wind, okay. Yeah, now I know why a girl screaming would affect him badly. Serpent breathing. Damn. Damn. I knew he was gonna complain about that. Right? I agree. You! Oh my God. What? How? Like, I feel like you guys are on a hellmouth. Right? Please get the girl. Okay, let's see what you got. Oh, he's only in third form. You're not even good enough for fifth form. Where's he going, bro? He said choke. Yes, nicely. My man created a tornado. Oh, damn. Apparently. He's gonna make you choose between saving her, yep, and killing him. Oh, never mind. He was there. Please tell me you didn't leave that woman on the roof. No! That's Muzan's castle. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Didn't I tell you big buildings were bad? Big buildings are bad. Can you reverse the jump? Can you? No, what? You guys do not realize where you are. Oh, thank God Muzan didn't decide to let you stay. Okay, but that's also terrifying that he can just open up a hellmouth wherever he wants. Yeah, exactly. We don't need to know. Report back immediately. That was terrifying. Meanwhile, peacefully in the countryside. Hell yeah. Barely, but yes. Yep. Not good ones either. I'm surprised she doesn't want to analyze her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead, future sister-in-law. We know you'll do it because you got a little crushy crush on Tanjiro. We peeped that last season. We peeped it. Oh no, season before. Yeah, that place isn't so secret anymore. They were insane. That whole season was insane. Yeah, I feel like she's a bit special with how much she eats, but... She must have missed the sun more than she even knew. That is the question. She's a demon. Oh, that's right. I guess they don't know about the fact that he's working with a demon as far as the research. Not the crier. Where's the other two? Oh,
俺
they
た
just
ち
got
が
here.
最後か。
待たせたようだ。
I missed
申し訳ない。
the fire, Hashira.
なんで俺は上限に遭遇しねえのかね。
こればかりはな。
Right. I mean, that's not a fate you want to run into, my friend. Promise.
柱が欠ければ鬼殺隊が危うい。
I'm still trying to figure out how this stone is weeping.
産屋敷天音が務めさせていただきます。
Oh, he's getting sicker.
当主の加賀谷が
Hmm.
病状の悪化により今後皆様の前へ出ることが不可能となった旨
Damn. I feel like that might not be 100% true, but he's probably up to something.
日の光を克服した鬼が現れた以上鬼物寺無惨は目の色を変えてそれを狙ってくるでしょう
And that's why we put her right in our midst.
大規模な総力戦が近づいています
All out war again.
独特な文様のあざが発現したという
It did.
あざの発現の条件をご教示願いたく存じます
Stress of almost dying, quite frankly, and probably being around Tanjiro.
彼らは全員に鬼の文様と似たあざが発現していたそうです
Ooh.
伝え聞くなどしてご存知の方はご存知です
Ah.
なぜ伏せられていたのです。
Just in case it never happened,
あ
you
ざ
know.
が発現しないため思い詰めてしまう方が随分いらっしゃいま
Better
す
not to let you know if it didn't happen.
鬼殺隊がこれまで何度も壊滅させられかけ
Maybe.
ただ一つはっきりと印残されていた言葉があります
Which is?
あざの者が一人現れると共鳴するように周りの者たちにもあざ
I told you it's because of Tanjiro! Hey!
柱の階級ではありませんでしたがかまど炭治郎様彼が最初のあざの者はっきりとあざの発言の方法がわからない様子
He
で
still thinks he was burned.
ご教示願います甘露寺様時
Yep.
藤様
Tell them what happened. How you got pushed to your limit and thought of Tanjiro. Oh my god, ma'am, focus. This really okay. The sound effects are great, but they're really not letting us know what happened. All right, Miss Chishira, you're up. Hey, that's your girlfriend. Don't even shake your head, sir.
その条件を満たせばおそらくみんなあざが浮き出す
Okay.
今からその方法をお伝えします
Please do. Maybe a little bit more articulate, less whack, thwack, pow. Bless your heart, though, love Hashira. I know you came from the right place.
強すぎる怒りで感情の収集がつかなくなりましたその時の心拍数は
Damn! That's excessive.
体温の数字は39
He's
度
so
以上になって
specific. See, this is the details we need.
そんな状態で動けますか
How could he indeed?
そこで死ぬか死なないかがおそらくあざが出るものと出ないものの分か
He
れ
said if you can survive the impossible, then you can join our club.
体温の方はなぜ
Yeah, I was about to say, do you have a thermometer somewhere in that sword?
これを簡単と言ってしまえる簡単な頭で羨ましい。
Can you guys stop?
なんだと
Not the time. Not the time. Gyu looks real chill, but he's actually quite the little poop disturber.
あざが発現してしまった方は選ぶことができませんあざが発現した方はどなたも例外なく
The suspense. Ma'am. Don't you dare cut away. That's gonna come back later.
天音殿も退出されたので失礼する。
Bye.
それぞれの今後の立ち回りも決めねえとならねえだろ
Rose
う。
how?
貴様には柱として自覚が足り
He
ぬ。
said you're part of the group, sir.
てめえ待ちやがれ
You two, always.
理由を説明してください
Right? Can you at least use your words?
俺たちを見下してんのか
Hardly.
待ちやがれ
Ooh, so that's what he can do. He said everybody freeze.
話を進める。一つ提案がある。
Alright.
あの黄色い頭のやつが来たらえらいことになるんじゃねえの
Why? Yay, I was hoping we would see him. Oh yeah, Zenetsu's gonna lose it when he finds out Nezuko can talk.
やっぱり俺がいないと寂しいでしょ
Okay, sure.
ありません
There you go. They were like, yeah, no biggie. I mean, if you came back, great. If not, meh. Yep, you're not seeing things. She's in the daylight. Not the triple zoom. Y'all could have warned him. You had a few seconds. Oh, wow. Not the lightning.
あのねつこちゃん喋ってるじゃない俺のため
Wow, he doesn't even care about the fact she's in the daylight.
結婚したら毎日寿司とうなぎ食べ
When
させ
we're
てあげる
okay,
から
wow, okay. Someone karate chop him in the neck quick.
おかえり伊之助
Ah! That's what you get! That's what you get!
伊之助おかえり
Hmm.
お前の妹、あのイノシシ頭に延々と刷り込みされてたぞ。
Ah, that's why she's saying his name.
ひたすら自分の名前を覚えさせててよ。
And learn his name she did. That is exactly what she did. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. What happened to him?
鋼塚さん
Oh my
怪我は
gosh.
大丈夫ですか
Right? You've been through a lot, bro. Is it ready? Finally?
ありがとうございます
Thank you. Oh, and it's got the flame on it.
煉獄さんの妻だ
Manguku, yes. Oh. Black. It's beautiful. The flames, I see it. Or flames or waves.
漆黒の深さが違う
前の持ち主が相当強い剣士だったんだろう。
That he was.
滅の文字
That's what's on the back of all your kimonos.
前の戦いでこれを使った時は
Yeah.
文字がなかった
Now that I think about it.
だからそれは第一段階までしか研ぎ終えてないのに
Breathe.
押し切れてなかったんだよ。
Okay, okay. Bro, you're still healing. But it was life or death,
でも
man.
怪我のひどさならこいつの方も負けてないっすよ。
Right?
ありがとうございましたお大事に
The fact that he still can't
噂には
move.
聞いてたけど、すげえ人だな。
He's special. We love him.
今日はかなり穏やか
I was about to
です
say he's been so much worse. At least there's no weapons involved.
あごめんゲンヤ
Kenya! Sir! You alright? There was no door you could have used?
部屋を別にしてほしい。
Oh, you need to bond with the other kids.
集まって稽古つけて。なんたらかんたら言ってたぜ。
Alright, they said everyone's gonna be training. I think we need it though.
期間とそれを始める日付だ
Oh, I noticed. What's his name's not there. Gio left.
そんなに早くできますか
I think you need to start immediately.
国王は
Right? 3 days is still too
さ
long.
んがどのような動きをしてくるか
Exactly.
わからない今
He's been opening up hell mouths.
かまど禰豆子を捕獲することに集中すると
It will be.
鬼殺隊全体の底上げに全力を注ぐ機会として
I agree.
考えるゆえ私は柱稽古を提案した
Yay! We love a training arc. Where's Gyu? For real though. Why didn't he want to participate?
柱を引退した者にも手伝ってもらおうと
If they want.
こちらも色
But I guess if they don't, this is going to be bad for everybody, so.
富岡さんですね
I don't get what his issue is.
柱を順番に巡って稽古をつけてもらうんだって
That's awesome.
そうなんだ
Right?
ものすごくねえわ最悪だよ地獄じゃん
Suck it up, Zenitsu. So you can handle it.
自分よりも格上の人と手合わせしてもらえるって
Exactly.
上達の近道なんだぞ
Mm-hmm. We need to get you to learn how to fight when you're awake, bro.
俺とお前の仲も今日これまでだな
Why are you biting his head? It's not the way you treat your future brother-in-law. The way Tanjiro's been assaulted twice in this hospital bed, it's crazy.
ありがとう
For?
上限の使徒の戦いで
Oh, right, the leg thing. And this is why training under others is important. You see how Tanjiro wouldn't have known that if you hadn't told him?
こんな風に人と人とのつながりが窮地を救ってくれることもあるから
Strong. Look at the teeth marks on his head.
じゃあな炭治郎早く元気になれよ
About my head, fool. Our flashy guy is back. Oh, we missed you, bro.
意味わかんねえんだけど。
Even with one arm, he can beat you.
後ろから鬼が迫ってくると思って。
Right? He's not joking about that. They're fast.
現場の方が生き生きしますねそりゃそうよ
Ladies, can we just pull them together? No one's gonna get any training done with all them girls out distracting people.
お前ら別だぞ。無理っす。とても食べるなんて。
That's right. If I eat anything right now, I will throw up.
この後はだな。まずは時東の高速移動の稽古。
Nice.
その
I mean,
次は
that's kind
甘
of
露
his
寺によ
thing.
る地獄の柔軟がお出迎えだ。
from hell.
八筋強制蛇の
Yeah,
稽古
his sword skills are something quite interesting.
品津川だろ無限打ち込み稽古って聞いているが
It's all right. I knew it'd be something aggressive.
筋肉強化訓練これは人間捨てるっきゃねえな
That could be cool.
俺も全力の稽古してみたかったもんだぜ
Oh, bro. Oh, God. Oh, no. They're not going to survive.
星だよ
How are they bent? How are they bent? This is actually torture. If anyone actually stuck to this afterwards, they truly want to do this.
殺するたそれは親方
That would
様
be me just floating down the river. Message? Why is everyone attacking him?
親方様からの手紙だ。至急読む
The
のだ。
master.
富岡さん、柱稽古に参加してないのか。
Oh, he still decided not to do it. Why? Is he trying to get you to convince him? Or is it something about the mark?
鬼仏寺無惨を倒すという悲願のため進んでやってくれています。
Your desire to defeat him. Should it be everybody's? Uh-oh, aversion to sunlight.
これまで本当にありがとう
Why do I feel like he's going through a transformation? Not just dying. Is this the lady with the cat? Is that where we're going? The cat lady? The scientist? Yeah. That's what's happening to him. To the master. So maybe she could help him? But I guess he won't accept help from a
こんばん
demon.
は玉代さん
Tamayo, sorry.
我が輩は産屋敷加賀屋の使いのものです
Okay.
あなたを見つける間に産屋敷はもう動けなくなってしまった
So he is seeking help.
ゆしろうくんの資格を把握
Oh, he probably thought he was being very careful.
あなた方に危害を加えるつもりはないので
I mean, I'd like to see you try. You're a crow.
我が輩が炭治郎のようにあなたから信用を得るのは難しいですね
Tanjiro's come through.
要件を話しましょう
Yeah, quickly. Instead of just showing off that you're a very eloquent crow.
禰豆子の変貌も含めて一緒に調べてい
Okay. As here, Tanjiro thought they wouldn't be able to work together. Okay, good.
協力しませんか
Yeah, even though it might mean your demise.
産屋敷邸にいらしてください
Oh, he said come join us.
鬼である私を鬼殺隊の本拠地へ
I mean, just for a while, if Nezuko's there, I mean, how much worse can it be for you? That's it. I mean, it was an extended episode, but still. That felt like it went by so quick.
柱それぞれの大将こそこそ噂話を紹
We love a
介してい
Taisho
きた
era
いと思います
secret.
もうこんなことしてはダメですよ
Not killing him with kindness. We know he doesn't like his soft feelings.
次回第2話水柱富岡義勇の痛み
Oh, we get to know more about. Okay, I'm down for that. I want to know more about why Gyu is like, nah, I'm not rocking with y'all, because that does not seem like him. But we don't know much about him, to be fair. He's been pretty quiet since the very first season. All right, guys, that was a hell of an introduction. It's a hell of a episode 1. I'm glad that we got an extended one because I love the show anyways. But a lot of crazy things going on here that are worrisome to me. One, Muzan's palace just be opening up wherever? He can just open that thing up whenever he wants, wherever he wants? Maybe? That's terrifying. That is terrifying because what? I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. And why is he doing it? Capturing women. I'm wondering if it's just to keep would that just be for the demons to keep them satiated, or it would be, I don't know, there's something going on, but why he'd be capturing young girls is nuts to me. I mean, I guess he still feeds off of them, never mind. But I guess he doesn't want to be out and about just yet. He's clearly plotting. It's exactly like the Hashira said. He said the demon attacks, their normal behavior has changed. He said it's diminished, it's gotten quieter, and it's being very, like we saw that in the beginning, where those two Hashiras went to, they said was like out of the way, it's abandoned, like no one even thought anyone lived there, and they wouldn't have even known something was up if they hadn't noticed that so many girls are going missing. So point is, Muzan's keeping a low profile, which is terrifying when someone of his power is like pulling all of his demons in and keeping a low profile. Like he's definitely planning something, and it's huge. Like he's making sure that whenever he makes that strike, it's going to be like as close to success as possible for him to get his hands on Nezuko, because that's all he wants at this point, right? So that's really scary for him to have a singular focus like that. Terrifying. But yeah, so the hell mouths opening everywhere is crazy, and I was saying it's interesting that the Hashiras don't know that that was his palace, but I guess how would they? There's no one, like, I guess there's no Hashiras who've ever seen it that probably lived. So I don't know if they were able to describe that to anybody, but I feel like someone's got to know what it is. Someone's going to figure it out in some way, maybe. Maybe, you know what? Tanjiro probably would have figured it out because he was inside of that demon's house who could shift, with his drums, he could shift the structure and the frame of the house. And that's clearly something he got from Muzan. So maybe Tanjiro would have figured out that it was something to do with Muzan. But anyway, so that's one scary thing, one of the many to deal with. And then we see now that the master, he's just too sick to even face the Hashiras anymore. We saw in the last arc that he's been like coughing up blood constantly and stuff. So I wasn't sure if what Amain, what's her name? Armain was saying was just like something so that the Hashiras wouldn't look into the master while he did something else. But no, it looks like it really is that he's just getting sicker and his illness has progressed to the point where he really can't come before them anymore. Most likely, again, I don't think the Hashiras would care, but I think he's thinking that mentally it would, be too disheartening for them to see him that way. It could also just be his pride too. But as I said, I feel like it's a transformation that's happening of some kind. Like clearly there's a poison, but I don't know. I'm getting a sneaking suspicion that maybe he's turning into something else. And maybe that's the other reason he doesn't want to be seen anymore. But anyway, we're not sure. But it looks like, what's her name? Tamayo? She has possibly, we saw in her book, she was turning in pages and whatever she was looking at looked exactly like what's happening to the master. So I have a sneaking suspicion that she either knows what's happening to him or possibly what could be done to stop it. I don't know about reversing it at this point, but anyway, she clearly knows more than I think any of the healers in the Hashira camp know, which would make sense because she's a demon and has access to things that he probably didn't before this. But anyways, before we get to her, and actually we can talk about that offer really quickly because it was really the shortest part of the episode, but interestingly, we see that Tanjiro was talking to that one faceless guy and he was asking about like who was helping look at Nezuko or research Nezuko, and he almost said Tamayo's name, and then he realized that he shouldn't have said that because in his mind he's probably thinking, I shouldn't be telling the Demon Slayer Corps that I'm using a demon to help me and that I'm sending information to her when I'm supposed to be like slaying her technically. And I also think if memory serves, she didn't want Tanjiro to tell anybody about it either for fear that they'd come after her. But anyways, it turns out that his fear was for nothing because it looks like the master knew about her the whole time. And maybe, I guess he was just waiting for the right time to engage her, if at all. And so he's invited her now to come to the mansion and help to figure out what's going on with Nezuko. And hopefully they'll understand what makes her tick. And I guess the reason they want to know that, I guess, is so they can know or anticipate what, if anything, that Muzan's going to do to try to get her powers away from her and what they can do to stop that from happening for obvious reasons. Short of, the obvious, very horrible reason that we can't even speak out loud. But yeah, so that's going to be interesting. But he invited her to the mansion and she's like, and I love that she was like sweating. She's like, you want me to go to a place full of Hashiras? Huh? I mean, she's pretty powerful from what I remember back in, what was that, season 2 that I think we saw her pop off. But against 6 Hashiras is a little bit to ask anyone. So anyways, I do think she's going to go though, because from what we've seen in earlier seasons, she doesn't act like a typical demon. She wants to help people more than not. She eats because she has to, but not out of pleasure. You get the point. She doesn't really want to be what she is. So I do think she's going to take the invitation, not only just because she does want Muzan to be taken out, but also because I think she, as a scientist, is probably also very interested in what it is that makes Nezuko tick. So yeah, that'll be an interesting development there. We got to see Inosuke and Zenitsu came back. It's good to see them again. I miss their zany energy. And Zenitsu and Inosuke, of course, are going through this Hashira training. And of course, Zenitsu's not happy about it because he hates doing anything that requires work. But we all know that he's going to get stronger and better. And exactly I love how they use Tanjiro saying thank you to Zenitsu for telling him about the thing to do with his legs, because that's what literally saved his life and helped to take out that demon. And he said, see, us sharing knowledge amongst each other, that's what makes us stronger, right? So that's exactly what I was thinking with the Hashira training, is that all these Hashiras have different strengths among them outside of their actual talents. So if you can learn something, like obviously like Tanjiro's like, I can't go as fast as you do with the lightning legs thing, but it still allowed me to move when I really shouldn't have physically been able to. So it's still an advantage to me. So that could be the same for all the other demon slayers, right? They can learn from all these different Hashiras, different techniques that maybe they can't emulate to the level that Hashira can, but it'll still potentially be the difference between life and death, especially with a demon, right? So I really like that that this arc is happening for that reason. And I'm really like excited to see how Inosuke Zenitsu and Tanjiro are gonna fare under this, because they are all really, really adept. Like they get joked on a lot, but truthfully, Tanjiro, his tenacity is really his superpower. He will keep trying until he learns how to do something. Inosuke is just a naturally like physically gifted guy. So I feel like him and the Stone Hashira are probably going to get on quite well. And I also feel like the stuff that the Love Hashira has to teach will work well with him too, because he's already quite flexible. So I think those two trainings in particular are going to get him really OP'd physically. With Zenitsu, I think he's going to resound with what the Wind Hashira was. No, the slap. No, actually, yeah, maybe the Wind Hashira. No, he's the one doing the slashing technique. No, the Mist. Sorry, the Mist Hashira. I think that will probably be the one that resonates with him. And I feel like I'm wondering when we're going to get the season when Zenitsu actually connects his sleeping form with his waking form when it comes to fighting. I mean, clearly he's aware of the fact that he can fight in his sleep now, but he still needs to be in that zone in order to do it. So I'm just wondering if it's ever going to come a time when like those two worlds connect and he's actually conscious when he's fighting. But I'm okay with it right now, because the dichotomy of him being a complete coward when he's awake versus a complete badass when he's asleep is still quite funny. So I'm willing to ride it out for just a little bit longer. And then for Tanjiro, I feel like actually Giyu is going to be the person who's going to resonate the most with him as far as techniques and the way that he works. But we'll have to see if he can get to Giyu, because we saw that Giyu decided not to do the training. He said, I'm not like the rest of you. And apparently he said that before. I don't remember when he said it before, but obviously it's not, I don't think it's just a throwaway phase. I don't think it's a condescending statement the way that, what's his name? The Wind Hashira thought. I don't think it was like that. I honestly think that there's something going on with Giyu for why he feels like he's, he has to distance himself from the other Hashiras in some way. So yeah, I'm interested to find out what that's all about. He's always seemed like he's been a bit of a loner overall, but there's probably a reasoning for that. And it looks like the master's letter that we didn't get to see that Tanjiro got, my guess is that he told Tanjiro to go look for Giyu and convince him to come back, because I guess he feels like if anyone can do it, it's him. And I believe that, because Tanjiro convinced him not to kill Nezuko. And he was dead set to do that back in episode 1 of season 1. But something about Tanjiro's earnestness, his just, I guess, his pure-heartedness, maybe, is whatever it was, it affected Giyu to the point where he actually did help Tanjiro against his better judgment. So I think that there's something there. It's something about Tanjiro that he respects. And that's probably what the master picked up on. And that's why he's sending Tanjiro to go and get him to maybe change his mind. That's my guess, though. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but it's something for Tanjiro to do, because he's still very much healing. As we heard, he actually had crushed bones, so he's got a lot of healing to do. We got a little bit of Genya as well. I love Genya's crazy ass. He's still healing, still kind of grouchy, but I feel like he's going to be a little bit more emotionally open, shall we say, going forward after going through this experience. I think, especially with Tanjiro anyways at first, because we all know now from last season that Genya's big secret, one of the reasons why he was such a jerk, is A, because his brother is a complete jerk, but also because he was scared that when people found out about his ability, the fact that he's got this beast-like energy, this demonic type energy in him, that he would be rejected by the rest of the other demon slayers. But now that he saw that Tanjiro saw that and didn't even bat an eyelash, he was just kind of like, bro, this is awesome. Let's just work together and kick some butt. So I do think that he respects Tanjiro on a completely different level now. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see how he gets along with the rest of the group, because yeah, he's not quite part of the crew yet. And we can see that he finds them quite loud, but he's going to have to get used to it, because it's true. Inosuke and Zenitsu are two of the loudest people ever. I think for the most part. Oh, and then we got, of course, I like that we had the Love Hashira and the Mist Hashira talk about what happened, the marking, which I completely forgot about from last season, that they both manifested a mark, the Mist Hashira on his face, the Love Hashira on her chest. And I thought that maybe it was because when we did the flashbacks with the Mist Hashira last season, we saw that his dad looked a lot like Tanjiro's dad, like crazy like Tanjiro's dad. So I assumed that maybe they were related, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's just this proximity to them being with Tanjiro, because we heard now that apparently this mark manifestation happens to people who are in proximity of a mask manifester, which is, we know Tanjiro's been doing that since, well, he's had his mark his whole life, but it started to actually grow and shift since he became a demon slayer. So yeah, it looks like the working theory now is that the Mist Hashira and the Love Hashira, they manifested it because they were around Tanjiro. And whether that's because they were just fighting with him or because he affected them somehow, we don't know yet. But thanks to the very precise description that we got from the Miss Hashira, he said that his heart rate was basically close to exploding and that his body temperature was close to meltdown. And then that's basically when he felt like his body shifted. Like he said, he didn't realize he manifested a mark, but he could feel that his body shifted, saying maybe if everyone else can recreate that situation somehow. And like he said, because I love how our man was like, that's like, how did you not die? And he's like, yeah, in that particular state, you're either going to live through it or you're not. I don't know what to tell you. He's like, 'cause that's where I was at. I was like, oh, either I'm going to go through this or I'm not. So yeah, it's basically like a brink of death situation. And then it kicks in, and that's what happened. Truthfully, both him and the Love Hashira were on the brink of possibly expiring when this mark manifested, and then they just basically had a new burst of power. So, and that's what happened to Tanjiro too. Each time his mark grew, he was literally this close to death. So yeah, they're gonna have to push themselves to a point of near death, it looks like, in order to get it to manifest. And I have a feeling the training is not gonna bring it out. I think it's gonna be when they actually get in battle with the upper level demons and or Muzan that we're going to see these marks start to manifest. So anyway, that's some interesting information about that whole mark situation, and they're tracking it and trying to figure out what they can do to get that going. But yeah, oh, who else did we see? We saw the flashy Hashira. He came back as a trainer. He's retired, of course, because he sustained some significant injuries during the red light district arc. But he's just as tenacious as ever. And I love to see that, he still has that spark about him. Like, one could be very depressed after what he lost in those battles, but he's clearly still enjoying being a polygamist, and he was training the crap out of those boys, which was funny. But yeah, it was just nice to see all the faces, and we got to see even Tanjiro's sword maker. He brought him the sword. It's finally honed. It looks badass. It is still black, which is interesting because all of Tanjiro's swords have been black. But anyway, it's even blacker than his other sword was, and it's got an insignia on it, which is the original insignia that all the Demon Slayers wear on the back of their suits. OG symbol too. They're like, this is like an OG. Whoever had this sword before you was an OG. And we already know as an audience that was literally one of the OG Demon Slayers and possibly the one that made a mark on Muzan way back when, but we don't know for certain yet. So yeah, lots of great information in this episode, and it was kind of nice to see Tanjiro just get to chill for a minute. We all know it's going to be all uphill and hard from this point on, most likely, once he's healed up. And Nezuko, not much to say on her. She was just chilling this episode, which was great. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what she can do. I'm wondering if Nezuko, we know that she can walk in the daylight and talk now, but I'm wondering if she leveled up in her skills as well, now that she's broken through this whole Daywalker thing. So yeah, great intro to the season. I liked it. We had some action, but not a lot, but I'm okay with that because, like I said, I feel like from this point on, they mentioned All Out War is coming, so we know it's going to get progressively worse as the episodes continue. So I'm fine with having a little bit of a chill before we jump into the nitty gritty. So yeah, I enjoyed that a lot, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I will see you in the next one.